Good morning, Sanctuary family. It's Friday. Yay! I pray that you're having a blessed morning and a great start to your weekend. This morning, I'm going to expound a little bit on our prayer point for today, and that is we're praying for our daughter works in Ferguson and Lake St. Louis, and also our Spanish work. There is a story recorded in the New Testament in both Mark and Luke about Jairus' daughter. In this story, we have a very sick 12-year-old girl, a worried father running to find Jesus, finally getting Jesus' attention, and they're on their way to the house, and a sick lady stops the entire crowd, and Jesus takes time to meet another person's need. That delay turned a minor worry into a major tragedy, because news soon arrives that the little girl has passed away and there's no reason to bother Jesus any longer. Jesus looks at a very devastated father and he says, "Fear not, believe only, and she shall be made whole." They get to the house and are met by a crowd of laughing unbelievers. Jesus, with Peter, James, and John and her parents, enter into her room. Jesus reaches down, takes her by the hand, speaks to her, and raises her up from the dead. And then he looks at the others in the room and he calls for someone to get her something to eat. Now, there is no question that Jesus could have provided food for this little girl. He had just raised her from the dead. But he used his hands to do what only he could do. And then he asked the others to use their hands to do what they could do. In one of our scriptures for today, 1 Corinthians 3, verse 5 through 7, it says that some are called to plant, some to water, and then God gives the increase. We have to be willing to do what we can do. We can pray, we can plant, we can water, we can send, we can support, but God ultimately does the saving. Teresa of Avila said this: "God has no hands or feet or voice except ours. Through these, he works." Once there was a man standing and crying out to God, his heart breaking from the pain and injustice in the world. He prayed, "Dear God, look at all the suffering, the anguish and distress in your world. Why don't you send help?" And God replied, "I did send help. I sent you." There are hurting and hungry people in Ferguson, Lake St. Louis, our Hispanic community, in every neighborhood that we live in. And God has sent them help. And that help is us. So today, as you pray for our daughter works and our Spanish work, I pray that you will also include the prayer, "Lord, here I am. Use my hands, my feet, my voice to do what I can do." I love you, Sanctuary family. God bless you and have an amazing day.